This is the Emergency Medical Minute. The Emergency Medical Minute is excited to announce that we are now offering AMA, PRA, Category 1 credits via online course modules. To access these and for more information, visit our website at www.emergencymedicalminute.com/CME-courses, or simply click on the link in our show notes and create an account.
So I heard a couple weeks ago that the flu season wasn't that bad in Australia. And so the question is, we're getting worried now because we've been holding a bunch of people. And is it going to be super bad here once we start with flu season? So I actually looked at the data. This is or morbidity mortality weekly report from end of September. And so typically over the flu season, about more than 20% of the flu tests are positive. So in Australia this year, let's see, where did I write down my numbers? Typically they test about 60,000 specimens, and on previous years about 25,000 of those specimens, so not quite 50% are positive. This year a total of 51 positives. That's crazy low. So I thought it was going to be low, not that low. So this was, they looked at actually Australia, Chile, and South Africa. I stand corrected. Only 51 positives. So granted, Australia probably does a better job of social distancing and mask and making people, quarantine more than the U.S. But just having that low of a number is actually more reassuring to me than I thought. So that's a slight morsel of good news for the upcoming flu season. There's a bunch of charts here, and when you look at all these charts, these are their positive flus. And the very bottom line, there's a black line, which I thought was just the bottom line, but that's their number of flu tests this last season. So that bodes well for us. The problem is other states around us might not be as careful. So it seems like last week we got a bunch of transfers from South Dakota. And that seems weird. Why is South Dakota sending us patients? And they said, we don't have any, we're full. We don't have any COVID beds. And then I thought, well, okay, they're not doing their masks. Their governor's a little crazy. But as it turned out, when you go on the website, it says their hospital capacity is only 30%. So actually I called the doc who called the transfer. I said, are you guys totally full? He says, no, there's just no nurses to staff the beds. So they're effectively, what they're doing is they're putting on their charts that 30% capacity, but that's the number of beds they have. That's not the real number of beds if they can only staff 30%. So anyway.
We are on a quest to provide the world with free medical education. Please help us out by rating us on iTunes, following us on social media, and subscribing to our newsletter at emergencymedicalminute.com.